Hola, hola, this is your boy Tico Trend. And I'm going to talk about something that's always talked about in the manosphere that I always get because, people always tell me this. PMs are, under my videos and in the message system, well, it's not, she's not yours, it's just your turn, Tico. Or, it's only a matter of time for she to cheat on you and you'll be coming back to us. And when the sad part about it is I was never MGTOW, so I can't really come back to you if I was never something that I was in the first place. Like I always say, I have a certain set of morals and guidelines that make me so I won't say that I'm actually this or that for the most part. I'm either MGTOW or I'm not. Or I'm either MGTOW or I'm red pill. Like, I'm not going to call myself MGTOW if I'm in a relationship. Nor am I going to call myself MGTOW if I'm smashing and dashing, because despite the fact that I might, like I was always say, like, dude, I'm a criminal, I do respect philosophies and religions for the most part. So, I would always respect philosophies and religions no matter what across the board. However, I may not always respect laws, but I will respect philosophies and religion. And that's just it. But at the same time, what people don't know is, and always, despite the fact that I hear this all the time, and what people don't know, and I'll hear, oh, well, you should just give me her number because she's not going to be yours any longer. And stupid stuff like that for the most part. Or, she's not yours, it's just your turn, Tico. Just stuff like that. And it's like, dude, just because you got in a fucked up situation, that don't mean you gotta wish negative on me. I mean, I know you wish me well deep down inside, but at the same time, you're wishing me wrong, wishing ill will on me for the most part. And I'm perfectly fine with that. But at the same time, you have to realize the way you chose a woman and the way I choose women is two totally different things. Like I said, I approach this like a fucking loan officer, a bank loan officer for the most part. What's the risk assessment analysis? Or like, this bitch is applying for like a serious job at the company for the most part, a high position job at the company. I don't approach this like, what she look like, how she in bed, her titties are big, her ass is fat. I don't approach it like that. I don't approach it like that at all. I look at it like this. That stuff is a bonus. All that stuff is bonuses for the most part. I don't really care about that shit. All that shit is bonuses at the end. If you have big titties, that's a bonus. If you have a big ass, that's a bonus. If you have this, that's a bonus for the most part. What I look at is the person's personality, and the way I test that is putting them in various situations, even if it involves family members and stuff like that. And, hell, I would go Maury show and sexy decoy on a bitch for the most part. It's like, and it's just stuff like that. Like, I will put her in situations that I know either A, she shouldn't be coming out on top on to, pranks and shit like that, gold digger prank situations and stuff like that. Just stuff along the lines of that. Like, I'm very methodical when it comes to picking out people. So it's not one of those things where, oh, she looks hot, I should ask her for a number. No, there's like more to this than besides, she looks hot. And that's the thing that I notice about people when they want to wish me well, or wish ill will on me or something like that, or or just talk shit about it, shit about it, and it's only a matter of time before she leaves you. Everybody leaves you. She's not yours. It's just your turn, Tico. And I always hear this shit, and I always laugh about this shit. It's like, dude, are you mad, or are you mad about this, or what's going on? Like, well, no, I'm not mad. I'm just trying to protect you, Tico. This and the other. Well, and the thing is, though, dude, I don't need somebody to protect me. I got a whole network here to protect me without you, for the most part. And that's the thing that I always said, and that's the thing that I always notice. And like, I'll hear people say stuff like, oh, when she go on a girl's night out, she's probably sucking somebody's dick, or when she does this, she's probably doing this, or, she's probably banging somebody else over here for the most part, and she's probably doing this over here. And the thing about that I always say is, I know the person. I spend time with the person. And to respond to, she's not yours, it's just your turn. Well, it's been my turn for about 11 years, so I'm pretty sure. And before people say, well, she's only with you for resources, she has more money. Her family has more money than me. So I highly doubt it's the resources. So yeah, Like, think about that. Her family has more money than mine, so I highly doubt it's the resources. You know, it's just stuff like that, and I always hear stuff like that, or, you know, and I'll hear other stupid stuff, or it's only a matter of time before she monkey branch. She's had many times the monkey branch, and she hasn't. Well, how do you know this? I just know. If she works out at the gym, she's going to cheat on you with her personal trainer, and I always say, unless her personal trainer's pegging her with the strap-on dildo, that's the only way that's happening. Because she goes to a all-women's gym. There's no men in that gym at all. And if something's wrong with the gym, it basically stays closed if a man needs a repair shit until it's over and done with, for the most part. It's that simple. That's the type of gym she goes to. I guess you could kind of say it's one of those places like, you know, a safe space for women type thing, but only it's for women literally. So if like the water doesn't work, or if the electric is not working properly, or something's not working properly, the gym would literally like send out memos to all its members letting them know that the gym is opening late because of this, or the gym is going to be opening late because of repairs to this. And that's the thing that I love about that gym. And that's another thing where like people say, you know, we're a personal trainer, or this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other. And, you know, and the sad thing about the personal trainer thing is we both have the same personal trainer. And she's a Russian woman, and her name is Irina for the most part. So we both have the same personal trainer that comes out and trains us both for the most part. So as far as the personal trainer thing, no. And then people will say, well, what about girls' night out? You let her go on a girls' night out, don't you? I go, yeah, but her definition is a girls' night out, and your wife's and the girls that you date definition of a girls' night out is two totally different things. They go, what do you mean? That's impossible. Well, I go, look, the Cartel Princess's definition of girls' night out is taking her daughter, taking Kirna, Bashari, and Talia out to a spa day, get their nails done, get their hair did, you know, stuff like that for the most part. That's her definition of girls' night out. When they go to the spa, or when they go to, you know, get massages and stuff like that, or when they go to get, you know, their hair's did or their nails done and stuff like that. You know, just the girly stuff for the most part. That's their definition of girls' night out. Girls' night out, or they'll go out to dinner together as a family for the most part, or it'll go like, you know, to different places like brunch or lunch and, you know, just stuff like that girls do for the most part. That's one of her definitions of girls' night out for the most part. So like, you can't sit here and tell me, oh well, you know, then they'll say, well, what about the spa place that she goes to? It's owned by all Asian women. There's only Asian women that work at this place. So I'm gonna need you to miss me with that nonsense for the most part. In the famous words of Lucas. Amazing Lucas for the most part. I'm gonna need you to miss me with that nonsense so I know these places. And I know how it operates for the most part. And it's just stuff like that where people always try to wish negatives on you, or, you know, try to wish negatives into your life, or try to force negatives into your life because they go through these things and stuff like that. So they expect you, because of how their life ended up, they expect you to go through the same thing that they went through, or they wish the same things that went, instead of like wishing you well or saying good luck or anything like that, they basically wish negatives on you on a regular basis, and it's sad. And I hate living like that. And I don't live like that. And I'm a very positive person for the most part. But I'm a very realistic person. I run off of realism. What I see, I look at the statistics and I look at what I see. Most times, the statistics don't match up with what I see for the most part. Like they'll say, well, men are more likely to commit crimes against other men, or, you know, this, that, and the other are more likely to commit the crimes. In my lifetime, anytime I've been robbed, except for the one guy, it's been by a woman. An addict woman. Like, it's anytime I've been attempted to be robbed was by an addict woman. Like, and I'm just keeping it 100. So you can't tell me that men are more violent when, in my lifetime, most of the people who have ever robbed me or attempted to rob me were women. Who were strung out. So think about that shit before you come at me. And, like, I do look at statistics. Like I said, just because it doesn't happen to me, I do know that those statistics still exist. But in my personal life, most of the harm that's been done to me has been done, what would say about 96 to 95% of the harm that's ever been done to me, or anything that was inflicted against me, has always been by a woman. So And that's just facts. It's never really been a man. Like I said, there was the one guy when I was on that date with the one chick, and then there was like, you know, one black person that mistook me for somebody else for the most part. But outside of that, it's mainly just women. It's mainly just women that's where crimes is. Any type of thing that's been levied against me or anything that's been done against me that affects me negatively has been by women for the most part. And it's just facts. But moving back on to like stuff like that and like basically back to the girls' night out, because I was explaining our girls' night out, and another version of her girls' night out for the most part is when she wants to get some for the most part. And what I mean by, I think y'all know what I mean by girls' night out. Like, she'll show up at my house and she'll basically have her hoodie sleeper zipped down part way so I can see her cleavage. And I basically know right then and there that she won some for the most part. She'll have her hair down and she'll basically show up with like, because she has like a sleeper wear, like this hoodie sleeper wear, where like it zips down and you can actually like see cleavage. If you can wear a bra, you can not wear a bra, you know, for the most part. But like she'll literally like wear that when that's her other version of girls' night out. When her girls are literally out, like in front of my face for the most part. And I've always found it funny. So yeah, like, I'm gonna need you not to wish negative on me if negative's not happening in my life. If I'm happy, you should be happy for me for the most part. You shouldn't be trying to rail against me or wish bad on me for the most part. And it is what it is. I know there's a lot of jealousy and stuff like that, and I know there's a lot of anger and animosity that people went through. So what I'm saying is, even if you're wishing me well, but you're being very negative or being very agitated about it, I'm gonna need you to understand, like, I'm over here handling my business. I always got my eye open. I'm on this for the most part. I'm pretty much on this. So, and it's just stuff like that that just makes me laugh. Because, like, the cartel princess doesn't go out, literally, unless she's with children, or she's with me. Or she's going to work. Or she's going to the store to go shopping. Like, literally, like, if she goes out to, like, a bar or a club or, you know, anything like that, she's always with me. For the most part. So, I mean, well, not for the most part, all the time. But, yeah, so, like, even if she's out with friends, I'm somewhere in the vicinity somewhere. For the most, for all intents purposes. Because, like, we go out with friends, like, when she go out with her friends, we all literally go out with all our friends for the most part. So, like, it's not just her friends out, it's my friends out, family friends out, you know, just stuff like that, her brothers out, you know, it's just stuff like that. So, yeah, like, when we go out, we literally go out, and we go out in a big group. It's pretty much like Entourage, only with couples and non-couples for the most part. It's pretty much like Entourage. So, I'm gonna need y'all to understand that I got my shit and I'm handling my own shit. So I don't need y'all to be worried about my shit for the most part. And it's just stuff like that where, like, people always say negative stuff when it comes to relationships. I do know relationships end badly. However, me being me, I've never been in a bad relationship where it's been like a horrible, terrible breakup. It's never been a horrible, terrible breakup for me. And I need people to understand that when I keep on reiterating that. I've never been in a horrible, terrible breakup. The worst breakup I've ever had, and I shit you not, was the one Asian girl that I used to date. She wanted to move back to Asia to be closer to family. That was it. We still talk. We still conversate. We still send each other emails. We're still good friends. You know, stuff like that. We don't have any ill will towards each other. She does sometimes talk about what could have been for the most part. I mean, it's just stuff like that for the most part. So, like, I haven't had a bad breakup. I've never had, like, one of them things where, like, you know, even though I always say I'll help a bitch pack, like, that's basically me letting you know that I know shit can go south. So I got a contingency plan for this shit. So I will help a bitch pack. And even though I always joke about that, I'm like, dead serious. That's my contingency plan. I'll help a bitch pack. Like, no hard feelings for the most part. And I don't get upset about things as much easier or as much as everybody else do. When it comes to relationships, like, okay, if that's what you want, that's what you want. Peace. Oh, here goes some luggage for you. You know, just stuff like that. So, and like, it's just very sad when you hear men always wishing negative on other men, or trying to tell men that it's going to go bad, or, you know, trying to put you in a negative mindset, so it can almost be like you fuck up your own relationship for the most part. Or, because I always looked at it like this: if you're going to keep on speaking negatives, or keep on speaking negatives into your mind, or you're going to keep thinking negative or speaking negative is going to happen to you for the most part. It is what it is. As long as you keep thinking it or speaking it, that's going to happen. The minute you stop thinking it or speaking it, it's not going to happen.
Shots heard.
And the thing I've noticed about the men in the manosphere for the most part, and I don't know if they ever noticed it, but like when they talk about their relationships and their breakups for the most part, they gloss over the fact that they had a feeling about something happening very soon. They always gloss over that. I noticed that when they talk about this shit, they always gloss over the fact that they had this feeling that something was going wrong, or something was going to happen, or just something was off and I wasn't paying attention to it. That's your body letting you know, no, nigga, get out! No, nigga, get out! That's basically what your body's basically telling you for the most part. Hit the ripcord and basically pull the parachute so you can get the fuck out, basically. That's literally what that is for the most part. It's your sixth sense kicking in that you didn't listen to. For the most part. And like I said, my sixth sense always working. I don't care what's going on. If somebody calls me and something sounds off, or somebody says something and it sounds off, my sixth sense is automatically working. I'm already working a contingency plan, or in some cases a counter-terrorist plan, just for that reason for the most part. So there's always a counter plan for anything that goes on in my life for the most part. And that's just how I think. Like, dude, I specialize in guerrilla warfare. I bring guerrilla warfare into every aspect of my life, and it's quite possible. So don't say, well, guerrilla warfare is only for warfare and this, that, and the other. No, you can literally bring guerrilla warfare into every aspect of your life. It's like martial arts. You may not be able to bring martial arts into, like, you know, to other things, but you learn the other aspects of the martial arts to basically help you better yourself as a person and a human being for the most part. The other aspects of it, like the responsibility, the honor, the other stuff that makes you who you are, you basically carry it over with you. It's kind of like if you were in the military. Before you were in the military, you were this motherfucker. After you're in the military, you're a changed man. It's the same fucking thing when it comes to martial arts and guerrilla warfare for the most part. There's aspects of guerrilla warfare that you take with you that you can use to protect yourself and to counter shit from happening to you for the most part. It's just fact. There's an art. There's an art to everything for the most part. This might be called martial arts, but there's the martial science behind the martial arts for the most part. Why you're doing this, the philosophy behind it for the most part, the this, the that, the other. There's the philosophy to the martial science behind it. The same goes for guerrilla warfare. It might look gritty and it might look like this, that, and the other, but once you break it down on a scientific and a philosophical level, or a theoretical level, there's an art to guerrilla warfare that makes it so that it's actually a thing. Like the book reads, The Art of War. There's an art to war. There's an art to everything. Hell, there's an art to mopping and sweeping floors so you can get it done efficiently and quickly. There's an art to everything that you do. It's all about how you apply that art in your whole entire life, for the most part. Across the board. It's that simple. Hell, if you learn martial arts, you can actually carry that over if you're a janitor for the most part, so you can make your job more efficient. Or if you're in the military, same thing. Whatever you learn in the military, and whatever aspects you learn in the military, on a scientific level, you can take that and carry it over to another job for the most part. It's just what it is. And people forget this about themselves, and they forget this about everything you do in life. Let it be a hobby, let it be your work or your job or your passion. there's an art to everything you do.
Full speed.
So, when you get a gut instinct or a gut feeling, listen to your gut feeling. Always listen to your gut feeling. And that's my advice to men that get themselves into relationships or, you know, because like I was saying in the last stream, I'm pretty sure, Brazilla, I'm pretty sure the bitch was acting like that at one point and you just ignored it. Or I'm pretty sure she's been drunk and said some shit that was very sideways or shifty to you that you pretty much chalked up as her being drunk. Because I've always said, you can learn a lot about a person if they're high or drunk. That's just real shit. You can learn a lot about a person if they're high or drunk. Or if they're under, or in this case, under the influence of shit for the most part. So, I'm not saying that, I'm not discrediting what happened to you. I'm just saying, like, I've always listened to a lot of your stories on how stuff progressed in your relationships. And I've always listened to it where you said, in hindsight's 2020, my gut instinct was ringing. Or hindsight 2020, when I thought about it, when I was talking to her on the phone and the way she was talking to me, this, that, and the other. Or hindsight 2020, when I had a conversation with her the night before, something was off. Men need to learn how to reconnect with their gut instinct. They really do. Because I know we've gotten so far in society from actually relying on our animalistic side of us or male nature of us that we ignore our gut instinct. Hell, most cases are cracked on a gut instinct. Most law enforcement cases are literally cracked on a gut instinct. Because somebody had a gut instinct that something was off for the most part. So, what I say to men is, you need to approach everything like
Faster.
an officer.
Let's get out of here.
I mean, despite the fact there are like a lot of officers are doing wrong, but you need to approach it how like a CIA agent or FBI agent or, you know, a good officer would approach things for the most part. A seasoned vet would approach things as a very, very good decorated officer. Not the decorated ones that do bad things, but the decorated officer that you look up to yourself. A lot of his cases were cracked just based on gut instinct. So many men to start listening to their gut instinct. But I digress. And enjoy the rest of this game.
Target hit. Shots heard. If you don't stop treating your mech like a simple tool, you'll never win. Shots heard. Enemy ahead. Go take a rest. Oh no! Better get healing fast. Shots heard.
This is it! The moment of truth!